There are 99 boards across the entire Mario Party series if you don't count the repeat N64 boards that have shown up in the Switch Mario Parties, and there are 33 characters, which means every character in the entire Mario Party series can have exactly 3 boards that they can own throughout the entire series. Let's go find out which boards I matched with which character. Mario's 3 boards consist of Mario's Rainbow Castle from Mario Party 1, Eternal Star from Mario Party 1, and Mushroom Park from Mario Party 10. Now, you probably would have figured that Eternal Star would have gone to someone like Rosalina, but shockingly enough, there's not too many Mario themed boards. So I figured that Mario can get 2 out of the 3 Mario Party 1 boards that he could possibly get. And then the third one is just your basic Mushroom Kingdom style board from Mario Party 10. He's the first character in Mario Party. The whole game and series is based around his name. So he gets 2 Mario Party 1 boards. No other character here gets more than 1 Mario Party 1 board. So I figured that distinction can go to Mario. Luigi will take ownership of Luigi's Engine Room in Mario Party 1, Egad's Garage in Mario Party 6, and King Boo's Haunted Hideaway in Mario Party 8. So as you guys know, Egad and King Boo are not playable characters throughout any of the Mario Party series. So Luigi is very well known in the Luigi's Mansion games. That is his titular series. So of course he gets his own engine room. It's his namesake in Mario Party 1. And then Egad's Garage. Egad wouldn't be a thing without Luigi. I hate to say it, but Egad's Garage has to go to Luigi. And same with King Boo, debuted in the Luigi's Mansion game. So I know he could have gone to Boo, but we're giving his board to Luigi for this purpose. Peach is gonna get Peach's birthday cake from Mario Party 1. You're seeing the pattern. Sweet Dream from Mario Party 5, and Perilous Palace Path from Mario Party Island Tour. So there wasn't too many Peach themed boards that were staged around her, obviously, except for Mario Party 1 being Peach's birthday cake. And I figured to go along with like the sweet birthday dessert food themed boards being the other one in Mario Party 5. And Perilous Palace Path almost seems like a Mushroom Kingdom style stage, except that one does have a blue and white castle, and it's very Peach-like in terms of how the Mushroom Kingdom was operating. Next up is Yoshi. Yoshi takes ownership of Yoshi's Tropical Island from Mario Party 1, Windmillville from Mario Party 7, and Mega Fruit Paradise from Super Mario Party. So of course, Yoshi's Tropical Island is going to Yoshi no matter what. And Mega Fruit Paradise is basically the sequel to Yoshi's Tropical Island. It's just fruits on an island. It's a much lesser version of Yoshi's Tropical Island, obviously, since they remade that map in Superstars, the next game on Switch. But Mega Fruit Paradise just feels like a Yoshi map. It's all the fruit. Yoshi loves fruit. He loves food in general. It's on the water like the original Tropical Island was. So I thought that connection was right there. And Windmillville really just looks like a Yoshi's Island map. It's got a lot of flowers, so I almost gave it to Daisy, but Daisy has a couple of other maps I gave to her instead. And this one was left open. The color palette and everything gives me Yoshi's Island vibes for some reason. Wario's up next. Wario takes control of Wario's Battle Canyon from Mario Party 1, Pirate Land from Mario Party 2, and Pirate Dream from Mario Party 5. Very simple theme for Wario, just going with the pirate aspect. I think it works best with this guy right here. Of course, Wario's Battle Canyon, namesake, you got to give it to the man Wario, but the 2 pirate maps I figured would also work well with Wario in this case. And Wario does seem like a pirate in that instance, so he gets the pirate maps. Donkey Kong is up next. He gets DK's Jungle Adventure from Mario Party 1, Castaway Bay from Mario Party 6, and DK's Treetop Temple in Mario Party 8. Now, there's quite a few DK maps in the Mario Party series, but of course, you also have Diddy Kong as a playable character, and he doesn't have many maps of his own, so I gave some of the DK maps to Diddy as well. But Donkey Kong, these are his namesake maps in my opinion. He shares Castaway Bay with Bowser in a way, but it does feel a lot more jungle-like Castaway Bay, so it really seems like it's DK's map, but Bowser was just invading it for the time being. And DK's Jungle Adventure and Treetop Temple are inherently DK-owned maps. The Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 8 map are all set in stone for DK, so there was no other character I was giving these to. Next up is Daisy. Daisy takes ownership of Wiggler's Garden from Mario Party DS, Star-Crossed Skyway from Mario Party Island Tour, and Mega Wiggler's Tree Party from Mario Party Jamboree. Because of Wiggler not being a playable character throughout the Mario Party series entirely, there was someone else had to take control and ownership of the Wiggler themed boards, and I figured Daisy would be the perfect one to do it since both of their emblems are flowers and they're both emblematic of flowers. Wiggler has a garden and a tree party in Jamboree as well, and Daisy is perfect for those types of settings. And also, Star-Crossed Skyway is sort of a Wiggler map. It's more of a Flutter map, which is the smaller version of Wiggler, but with wings. They're still very flower themes despite it being high up in the clouds, so I figured Daisy can take ownership of this as well. Next up is Waluigi, and he takes ownership of Waluigi's Island from Mario Party 3, Bomb Factory from Mario Party 9, and King Bomb's Powder Keg Mine from Super Mario Party. So I wasn't sure whether to give Waluigi or Wario Wario either the Pirates distinction or the Bob-ombs distinction. So I ended up giving Wario the 2 pirate themed maps and ended up giving Waluigi the 2 Bob-omb themed maps because no Bob-omb or King Bob-omb are playable characters at all throughout the Mario Party series. So somebody else, like I said, had to take ownership of these Bob-omb themed maps. And Waluigi really is the best one. I mean, both Wario and Waluigi had the Bob-omb as their special item in Mario Kart Double Dash. So they both have a history of having Bob-ombs to their names. It makes a lot of sense to have one of those 2 characters take control of the Bob-omb themed maps. So I figured I'd give it to Waluigi because, I mean, he already has his own island and he just needed 2 more maps with 2 Bob-omb themed maps. I figured Waluigi was the perfect fit for it. Next up is Toad, and this one is a very tricky situation. So instead of I'm just going to talk about Toad, I'm going to talk about all 5 Toads. Because yes, there are 5 different playable Toads across the Mario Party series. Of course, the one we all know and love is Toad, the main Toad, who's been playable throughout most of the Mario Party games. But there's one Mario Party game that has 4 different playable Toads, and that's Mario Party Star Rush, which has a playable red Toad, blue Toad, yellow Toad, and green Toad. And that is the only reason I was able to get these maps to fit with all the characters to have 3 boards per character because of including the 4 Toads. Here's the thing. In Toad Scramble, there are 15 boards. There are 5 worlds of 3 boards each. So I figured I had to give 1 world of boards in Star Rush to each of the 5 Toads. Some of the worlds goes to the 4 main colored Toads, but unfortunately for all you Toad fans out there, that means the regular old Toad had to take a world of 3 boards from Mario Party Star Rush. So I thought that was a little bit unfortunate, but this is what I ended up going with. I figured player 4, the yellow Toad, can take the tutorial boards, world 0, -1, -2, and -3. Green Toad can take worlds 1-1, 1-2, and 1-3. Blue Toad can take 2-1, 2-2, and 2-3. And red Toad can take 3-1, 3-2, and 3-3 from Mario Party Star Rush. The regular Toad that has been playable throughout most of the Mario Party games, can take the final world in Toad Scramble, worlds 4-1, 4-2, and 4-3. Because of including the Star Rush Toad Scramble boards, because those are in fact boards, as much as I hate to say it, but you had to include those, I had to give the regular Toad those boards so he can fit with all of the other colored Toads that were playable exclusively in Star Rush. Now, I do understand that that's probably not a very satisfactory way for me to assign Toad his boards. If I wanted to go a different path for Toad, all I would have to do is scrap all of the Mario Party Star Rush boards, which I don't feel like is right, but let's just say we scrapped all the Mario Party Star Rush boards and we got rid of all 4 colored Toads as playable characters, and we're back down to our standard 29 playable characters, and Toads needs 3 boards. 3 boards that I didn't include as possibilities to be added into this ranking here is the Rules Land from Mario Party 2, the Shroom City board from Mario Party Advance, and the minigame match board, which is the only board in Mario Party the Top 100. So those are boards that I excluded from this list originally to fit the Mario Party Star Rush boards in and to fit with all the 5 Toads. But if we didn't want Toad to be stuck with the Mario Party Star Rush boards, we can get rid of the Mario Party Star Rush boards and give Toad those 3 boards: Rules Land, Shroom City, and Minigame Match. You guys feel free to choose which one is a better fit for you. Do you want Toad to have those 3 obscure boards, but still technically boards throughout the Mario Party series? Or do you want Toad to fit in with the other 4 Toads and have their Mario Party Star Rush boards? Either way works for me. I just want to let you know that was the peculiar situation I was stuck with for Toad. All right, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Next up, we got Boo. Yes, we're gonna give him Horrorland from Mario Party 2, Boo's Haunted Bash from Mario Party 4, and we're gonna give him Boo's Horror Castle in Mario Party 9. So 2 of those 3 boards were named specifically after Boo himself. Boo actually hosted the Boo's Haunted Bash board in Mario Party 4 when he wasn't a playable character, so I figured that was a perfect board for him. Horrorland makes sense to go to Boo because it is a very scary themed board. It does have a Boo and a King Boo space. Well, it was a King Boo space in Mario Party Superstars, but was a Boo space originally in Mario Party 2. So I figured Boo originally owned that board, Horrorland, anyway, so it might as well have gone back to Boo. And Boo's Horror Castle, classic Mario Party 9 board, is a lot of love, and again, named after Boo, he deserved to own it. Next up, my beloved Koopa Kid. Man, I hope they bring him back one day, but I gotta give him 3 boards to own as well. And I'm giving Koopa Kid Bowserland from Mario Party 2, Bowser's Gnarly Party from Mario Party 4, and Bowser Nightmare from Mario Party 5. So Koopa Kid is the guy in front of the star and almost the host of Bowser's Gnarly Party in Mario Party 4 and Bowser Land in Mario Party 2. So I figured those were easy choices actually to give to Koopa Kid because Koopa Kid was was also around and existed in the Mario Party series during those 2 games. And in Mario Party 5, it's even better because Koopa Kid is a playable character, and he was with Bowser throughout the story mode as a henchman, where the final board in that story mode is Bowser Nightmare. So I figured it makes sense for Koopa Kid to own that board because he was with Bowser, as that was part of Bowser's dreams, and Koopa Kid was in that dreams and facing off against you anyway. So that is a board I feel like Koopa Kid can own, because all the other Bowser themed boards Koopa Kid didn't necessarily exist for. So I'm giving these 3 boards to Koopa Kid. Next up is Toadette, and Toadette's 3 boards that she's gonna own is Toad's Midway Madness from Mario Party 4, Toadette's Music Room from Mario Party DS, and Toad Road from Mario Party 9. So again, with the odd situation that Toad himself was stuck with, I had to give somebody else the 2 Toad boards that were named after Toad, of course, Toad Road and Toad's Midway Madness. And I decided, of course, Toadette is gonna take ownership of that. We had this happen in Mario Kart 8 when I did that video where I gave Toadette Toad Harbor, but I'm doing this again in Mario Party, so Toadette's gonna own both of the Toad themed boards. I figured she'd be a better owner of those boards than Toad anyway. And Toad Road makes more sense because Toadette existed as a character when that board was out. Mario Party 4 came out before Mario Kart Double Dash, so Toadette owning Midway Madness doesn't make as much sense, but again, I had to categorize them somehow, and it doesn't matter if a character existed or not before the board came out in that Mario Party game. I'm giving them to however the characters I feel like they fit with. Toadette is gonna own the Toad and of course the 1 Toadette themed board. Next up is Birdo. Birdo is going to own Chilly Waters from Mario Party 3, Undersea Dream from Mario Party 5, and Whimsical Waters from Mario Party 10. Birdo was an odd character to give a set of boards to, but I figured the best possible option to give Birdo was all the water themed boards, because there wasn't many characters that felt like they deserved to own water themed boards, and Birdo was kind of the one that was an odd character to pick who to give boards to. So I figured that giving her these underwater themed boards made the most sense, and to package them all into one character like that. Plus, well, the one that made most sense for Birdo, in my opinion, was the Undersea Dream, because Birdo showed up in Super Mario Bros. 2, and that was her debut, which was of course all a dream, and giving her a dream board from Mario Party 5 also made sense in my opinion. Next up is Dry Bones. Dry Bones gets Creepy Cavern from Mario Party 3, Snowflake Lake from Mario Party 6, and Pyramid Park from Mario Party 7. Now, Creepy Cavern I feel like makes the most sense for Dry Bones because it's just set in a very ominous environment with a bunch of Mario baddies already set there in stone waiting to haunt the characters that are playing that board. Dry Bones, being as menacing a character as he is for a short enemy style character, deserves to own that board in my opinion. And as for the other boards, you guys might think, how does Snowflake Lake or Pyramid Park fit? Well, the main gimmick of those boards is for you to steal stars with Chain Chomps, and Chain Chomps can actually jump over characters and miss them with stars if those characters are equipped with the bone orb. You can use bone orbs to protect yourself from Chain Chomps. Of course, Chain Chomps love bones, so they're going to chase after that. So bones, Dry Bones, I thought that was a clever fit in. Next up is Blooper. This one's an easy one. He's going to own Deep Blooper Sea from Mario Party 3, Grand Canal from Mario Party 7, and Blooper Beach from Mario Party 9. So again, all of the Blooper or Mega Blooper / Squid themed boards go into Blooper. Deep Blooper Sea and Grand Canal each have the massive Gooper Blooper on top of the stage or in the middle of the stage, and it makes the most sense to have Blooper own those boards, of course, being the playable character in Mario Party 8 that he is. And of course, Blooper Beach being a stage in Mario Party 9, it has his name, so of course it's going to Blooper. Next up is Hammer Bro, the other unlockable character in Mario Party 8. Hammer Bro gets Western Land from Mario Party 2, Fair Square from Mario Party 6, and Haunted Trail from Mario Party 10. Now, this is such a weird amalgamation of boards, and I will admit to you guys, Hammer Bro was the last character that I assigned boards to because he just didn't fit with nearly any of the boards. But I think this is almost a perfect fit for Hammer Bro. Not the most perfect of fits, but a decent fit regardless. Western Land is just set in the Western times, and there are also Hammer Bros sitting around the Milk Saloon where the Wiggler is calling the Hootenanny, and they're just all over the board. And Hammer Bros, I feel like, can fit sort of that environment in a way, especially like building up the saloons with their hammers. They can maybe build a lot of the buildings there. It might be a reach, but that's kind of what I'm going for there. Fair Square, the Koopas sort of run the town. It's a Koopa themed board because Koopas are all over Fair Square, and Koopa has other maps in the game that I'm giving ownership to Koopa for. So Hammer Bro is the next best thing when it comes to a Koopa themed character. So I figured Hammer Bro can be maybe the mayor of Fair Square. And Haunted Trail, sort of another deep-ish cut, but actually a Sledge Bro is the mini boss of Haunted Trail in Mario Party 10. It's not exactly a Hammer Bro, but it's the next best thing. Speaking of Koopa Troopa, he is up next. These are the boards I gave to Koopa. He gets Koopa Seaside Soiree from Mario Party 4, Pagoda Peak from Mario Party 7, and Koopa's Tycoon Town from Mario Party 8. I figured these boards made a lot more sense for Koopa to own than like Fair Square, for example. Pagoda Peak, the one that doesn't have Koopa in the name, is owned by like the Grand Master Koopa that you have to climb all the way to the top for, and hopefully the star is at a relatively cheap amount of coins for you to purchase it if you have enough coins there. But that Grandmaster Koopa, he is a Koopa character, so Koopa of course would be one to maybe inherit the throne. And then of course Koopa's Seaside Soiree and Tycoon Town, those are both Koopa namesake boards. Next up is Shy Guy. Shy Guy is going to own Shy Guy's Jungle Gym from Mario Party 4, Shy Guy's Perplex Express from Mario Party 8, and Shy Guy's Shuffle City from Mario Party Island Tour. I bet you guys forgot a lot about Shuffle City, because that one's a weird board in the fact that it is the only board throughout the entire Mario Party series where you cannot play it unless you have 3 to 4 people locally playing the game. Forgot why that is a restriction. I'd have to go back and play that game to figure that one out. But it's kind of strange, but also amazing that doing this exercise, there's a lot of characters that have perfectly 3 boards so far in all of the Mario Party series. So it made it so easy to categorize some of these characters. And Shy Guy was one of them, having 3 exact Shy Guy boards, which is lovely because they can all go to Shy Guy. Next up is Kamek. Kamek is going to own Kamek's Library from Mario Party DS, Kamek's Carpet Ride from Mario Party Island Tour, and Kamek's Tantalizing Power from Super Mario Party. So again, another character that has exactly 3 boards to their name. It was perfect for Kamek. These are some old school boards that I haven't played in a hot minute. Even Tantalizing Tower from Super Mario Party. These are some old school boards, not some of my favorite boards. They're fun ones regardless. I think Kamek's Library is probably the most fun out of all the boards that Kamek has to its name. Again, 3 perfect boards for Kamek. You gotta love it. Next up is Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr. is going to take ownership of Bowser's Warped Orbit from Mario Party 8, Bowser's Station from Mario Party 9, and Bowser's Peculiar Peak from Mario Party Island Tour. Now with Peculiar Peak, Bowser Jr. made his Mario Party playable debut in Island Tour, so I figured having the Bowser theme stage go to Bowser Jr. made sense there. For Bowser Station, Bowser Jr. was the mini boss in that board in Mario Party 9, and he was also there in the middle of the stage with Bowser throughout the story mode, so I figured that made the most sense as well. And in Mario Party 8, I don't actually remember if Bowser Jr. was hanging around Bowser during Bowser's Warped Orbit, but even if he wasn't, Bowser Jr. was well established as the next guy up in the Mario Party series because Koopa Kid was nowhere to be seen in Mario Party 8, so we all knew that Bowser Jr. was next to take the throne as Bowser's henchman in Mario Party. So Warped Orbit, especially since it's so close in theming to Bowser Station, I figured Jr. can own both of those for the time being. Next up is Rosalina. Rosalina owns Spaceland from Mario Party 2, Clockwork Castle from Mario Party 6, and Rocket Road from Mario Party Island Tour. Rocket Road is the easiest because she's literally at the end of that board when you complete it, so of course that one is owned by Rosalina. And Spaceland makes sense because Spaceland did return in Superstars and Rosalina is playable in that game, and of course Rosalina and Space go hand in hand, so of course I'm giving Spaceland to Rosalina. But Clockwork Castle is the interesting one. That one is a board that you really didn't know who to give it to. I almost gave it to DK and I almost gave it to Bowser, but it is a star themed board that has elements of both Twilight and Brighton together in Mario Party 6, having their history shown off in a very celestial themed board. And since the sun and the moon and the hosts being sun and moon are both space themed creatures, and they have the sun, the moon, and the stars iconography all across the board, I figured it was a perfect themed board to go to Rosalina. Despite Rosalina not existing when this board came out in Mario Party 6, this is a Rosalina themed board through and through. Whether it's Rosalina's ancestors or people that descended from Rosalina, you never know, but I feel like there could be some lore lineage thing going on between Rosalina and Brighton and Twilight from Mario Party 6. Next up is Spike. Spike owns 3 boards, those being Spiny Desert from Mario Party 3, Magma Mine from Mario Party 9, and Whomp's Domino Ruins from Super Mario Party. This is a strange collection of boards for Spike as well. I feel like Magma Mine is the best board for Spike in terms of these 3 because Spike is actually the mini boss for this board in Mario Party 9, and the main boss is not playable throughout the Mario Party series, so we're giving the mini boss ownership of this board for the time being. Spiny Desert, Spikes and Desert also sort of go hand in hand. Spike characters like to hang out in desert. That's just where we normally encounter Spikes anyway, so giving him Spiny Desert really was a no-brainer for me. Whomp's Domino Ruins was a bit more questionable in my opinion. I know Spike's not playable in Super Mario Party, but it's a very run-down area. I feel like it's an area where you might maybe see Spikes more often. Whomps are never playable characters in anything, so they didn't own this board. I have to give it to a different creature, and I think Spike was the next man to be able to take control of a ruined area like this. Next up is Bowser, and this might get controversial, but I'm giving Bowser's Magma Mountain from Mario Party 1, Bowser's Enchanted Inferno from Mario Party 7, 7, and King Bowser's Keep from Super Mario Party Jamboree. All right, hear me out. So we know Bowser's Magma Mountain and Enchanted Inferno, they are Bowser themed boards through and through. Gotta get Bowser's Mario Party 1 board, and the Mario Party 7 one is, I think, maybe the most menacing of all the Bowser themed boards up until this point. But King Bowser's Keep, I know that there's an imposter Bowser that is taking control of King Bowser's Keep, but have you ever considered the fact that maybe, just maybe, that was Bowser's own board before it was taken from him, before he decided to go out on the town night with Mario and friends, and when Kamek took that Toadie and turned him into imposter Bowser, that maybe he just stole Bowser's board, took over Bowser's board. So I actually don't think that it is Kamek's board. I think Bowser owns King Bowser's Keep, but maybe it just got stolen from him because he really is the only true King Bowser. That Toadie is just an imposter Bowser, but Bowser himself is King Bowser. So I figured that this has to be his board. Next up is Diddy Kong. Diddy made his playable debut in Mario Party Star Rush, but he's not going to get any board from there, of course. Diddy is going to get Towering Tree Shop from Mario Party 6, DK's Stone Statue from Mario Party DS, and DK's Jungle Ruins from Mario Party 9. So Diddy is actually a co-host of both DK's Stone Statue and DK's Jungle Ruins in Mario Party DS and 9 respectively. So I figured since DK already owned different boards named to himself, that Diddy can own these two DK themed boards. Whereas for Towering Treetop, it's just a basic tree vine jungle slash themed board. And I figured that was really good to have someone like Diddy, who's not exactly at the premier king status that DK is, but can still learn how to grapple vines, how to swing on trees, and it's much more friendly version of these jungle themed maps. So I could give this one to Diddy. Next up is Goomba. Goomba is going to own Goomba's Greedy's Gala from Mario Party 4, Goomba's Booty Boardwalk from Mario Party 8, and Goomba Lagoon from Super Mario Party Jamboree. And it's so perfect again because there's exactly 3 Goomba themed boards, or boards with Goomba's name in it. So Goomba being a playable character in the Mario Party series is actually so clutch for a video like this because Goomba can own his 3 boards, which is so beautiful. I love that. Next up is Monty Mole. This one's the one where I kind of had to get the most creative, I believe, in terms of my reasoning here, but let me try my best. He's gonna own Woody Woods from Mario Party 3, Toy Dream from Mario Party 5, Bonsai Bill's Mad Mountain from Mario Party Island Tour. Now, Woody Woods, the only reason I gave him this one is because he was usually the one, especially in Mario Party Superstars, that popped up and switched the directions of the paths on which way to go each turn. So I figured that because he has direct control of which way the players have to move on the board, that is a board that's owned outright by Monty Mole because he's the deciding factor on what happens every turn on that board. For Toy Dream, I figure Whack-A-Mole is a very fun game. I don't know if it's a game that's small enough to be packaged into a toy, but you can consider Whack-A-Mole a toy-based game, and it's a Toy Dream, so I figured we had to give that one to Monty Mole. And then Bonsai Bill's Mad Mountain, a little bit tough. This is a mountain-themed board, but it's small enough where there's a lot of holes dug out. I know the Bonsai Bills come out of those holes, but you could also argue that maybe the Monty Moles can pop out of the holes and maybe throw the wrenches at you as well to add some extra danger to that flare. All right, next up is Pom Pom, and Pom Pom is going to take ownership of Bowser's Pinball Machine from Mario Party DS, Airship Central from Mario Party 10, and Chaos Castle, also from Mario Party 10. This one is probably the least fitting in my opinion, just because Pom Pom is maybe the closest thing to a Bowser themed character that isn't Bowser, Bowser Jr., or Koopa Kid. There were just so many Bowser themed boards that I had to give it to somebody else, and Pom Pom was the next person up. Airship Central obviously makes the most sense because she debuted in 3D Land on airship level, so giving her the airship themed board, even though it was Mario Party 10, was the best way to go. And Pom Pom was only playable in Super Mario Party, but trust me, there was only 4 Super Mario Party boards. None of them were going to Pom Pom in that instance. Chaos Castle was the only Bowser themed board that was not actually named after Bowser for some reason. So I figured because of that, Bowser doesn't want that board, doesn't want to own it. I'm giving this one to Pom Pom. And then the Pinball Machine, I figured it's the least threatening of the Bowser themed boards that we've had so far in the Mario Party series. So give that one to maybe the least threatening Bowser character, which is Pom Pom. Our penultimate pick here is Pauline. I'm going to give Pauline ownership of Rainbow Dream from Mario Party 5, Neon Heights from Mario Party 7, and Rainbow Galleria from Super Mario Party Jamboree. Now, Neon Heights, I feel like is the easiest to explain because it's a very city-based like map that is based around the United States and feels the most like New Donk City in a way, especially at nighttime. So giving that one to Pauline was sort of a no-brainer in my opinion. Pauline could pretty much be the mayor of Neon Heights if she wanted to be at this point. And I wanted to give Pauline Rainbow Galleria a stage in Jamboree that she was playable in. Again, that wasn't a requirement to give someone a stage that they were playable in, but I figured that was the best way to go for Pauline. And there was 2 stages that had rainbow in the name, of course, Rainbow Dream and Rainbow Galleria, and there was wasn't a character on this list that I felt like could embody both of those, and Pauline was missing a couple stages. I figured Pauline can own both of those and embody it well. Our last character of the video is Ninji. He's going to take ownership of Mystery Land from Mario Party 2, Future Dream from Mario Party 5, and Roll'em Raceway from Super Mario Party Jamboree. Again, 3 weird amalgamations of boards clumped together to give to this obscure character Ninji. And Mystery Land I figured was the perfect one to give to him because Ninji in and of itself is a mystery. Like, who is Ninji? We have no idea. He's just a ninja. We have absolutely no idea what kind of creature Ninji is inside of that costume. So Ninji is a mystery. Mystery Land I figure goes to Ninji, which makes sense. And then Future Dream, I just wanted a Mario Party 5 board to go to Ninji because same as Birdo, Ninji also debuted in Super Mario Bros. 2 on the NES, which again, that game was a dream. So to give Ninji a dream board for Mario Party 5 is one I wanted to do. Future Dream just happened to be the only one that was available that can fit with Ninji. So that's what I went with there. And then Roll'em Raceway, again, it's a Mario Party Jamboree board. So bonus points for giving him a board that he is also playable in. But the only reason I gave him Roll'em Raceway was because I figured it matched well with the Ninja speedrun levels that were in Mario Maker 2. So Ninja at that point now has sort of a history of going fast and speed running, or at least going quick in essence. And Roll'em Raceway is all about going quick. The Turbo Dice is its exclusive item, which is supposed to make you go quick all around the board. So I figured maybe that loose connection would be a good fit for Ninja as well. But ladies and gents, that is going to do it. Let me know what you guys think. This was a fun video to put together to decide which characters across the entire Mario Party series would own which 3 boards throughout the entire Mario Party series. Let me know which picks I got right, and let me know which picks I got wrong, because I know y'all are going to have opinions on this one. So let me know in the comments below which characters deserve to own which boards in Mario Party. Just a fun thing I felt like I was doing. And if you enjoyed this one, definitely be sure to subscribe because y'all loved the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one. And if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch it right now. I'll put it on the screens. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my members. You guys have been incredible. I really appreciate you guys wholeheartedly. You guys are incredible, and your support is overwhelming. So I really, really do appreciate it. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. Stay all pro, and I'm out of here.